Hey guys, so today I'm going to show a video where you warm up your hips and you also stretch your hips before you work out. And the reason I'm showing this to you is because a lot of time my hips lock up during a workout, like for squats and things like that. My hip gets jammed up in there. So before you stretch, you want to make sure you do a warm up first, because you're never supposed to stretch before your muscles get warm. And then you want to do some hip stretches. So the first one I'm going to do is just a simple hip lift. Keep your hands flat on the floor or on your belly and bring your hips all the way up. You want to go for about 10 of them, maybe 2 sets of 10, something like that. And when you come up, make sure you go all the way up, almost exaggerate it. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That's just a little thing to warm up the hips. Now what you're going to do is you're going to go ahead, go on your side, and you're going to lift one leg up. This helps this hip flexor right here, hip abductor and hip adductors. And we'll go for 10 of these as well. Each of them I'm just showing you, but try to do 2 sets of each one just to warm your hips up a little bit. Okay, I think that's about 10. Go ahead, bend your knees. This one you want to come out. This is the clam. You don't want to overly move the hips. Try to keep this part still. Just move the legs. Okay, and what you do on one side, you want to make sure you do on both sides. So what you're going to do is, and this is hip workout without any equipment. If you have equipment, you can put the band on your legs. If you have a ball, that's great. And the clam again, go ahead, bend your knees. Okay, and then you want to go ahead and lay on your back. Just kind of warm up these hip bones. My dog's in the way. Just go ahead and bicycle your legs. This is going to kind of warm up your hips a little bit, just to get them loosened up before you stretch. If you noticed, one part we didn't work out was the inside of the legs. So usually you get a ball. If you don't have a ball, like a basketball or something, grab a pillow and just squeeze your legs. Squeeze the legs nice and tight. If the pillow's not big enough, go ahead, fold it over. You want to really squeeze, so that works the inside of your hips. Just go ahead, squeeze as tight as you can for 5 to 10 seconds and release. Do it 1 or 2 more times. Okay, relax, and then 1 more. Okay. Now that we've warmed up the hips, now we can stretch the hips. So one of the easy stretches is, well, this one's hard for me, but it's the butterfly stretch. You want to sit up nice and tall. Your hands are pushing down on your legs. You're not hunching over, you're looking straight ahead. Okay. When you inhale, and now when you exhale, you can go deeper into the stretch. So do a couple deep breaths. Okay, relax. Another stretch you can do to open up your hips is you go ahead and this leg comes out front and take your leg back. And remember, stretches never want to hurt. You want to feel the tension but no pain. So for this, you're not stretching down towards the ground, you're stretching forward. Okay, my hips are very tight, so it's hard to do this. I'm going to show you the other side. So you don't want to bring any in, you want to kind of keep it so it's straight across. Stretch forward and over your leg. Hold your stretches for 10 to 15 seconds. Remember when you inhale, and then once you exhale, you can stretch a little bit further. Okay, another good stretch for your hips, that was, I think, called the pigeon stretch. Now, the first one we did was the butterfly. The next one, it's kind of weird, but your hands are underneath your shoulders, and then your legs come out at about 90 like a frog, and then you get down on your elbows, and you can move forward or backward depending how hard you want the stretch to be. This one you kind of hold it for a few breaths, and you can kind of let yourself sink into it. And if it's too hard, you can always come out of it. But the way you want to come out of this stretch is don't come right back up. What you want to do is come forward and slowly come out of it. Okay? I got 2 more stretches for you, and then you should be able to start whatever exercise you're doing. So this one, you want to take your left ankle, put it on your right knee, okay? And then your hands, if you push forward, it's a deeper stretch. You lean back, it's not so hard. But try to flex the foot. Try not to do this, flex the foot. And then you can just really feel that stretch. Okay? Switch. And sometimes I can even feel it up to my knee. I have a little bit, just really tight hips here. So another thing you can do with this stretch is you could change it up and take the same stretch, go on your back, and then hug your knee to your chest. Remember when you take the deep breath in, and once you exhale, you could kind of push your hips out a little bit more. Okay? There's one last stretch that not a lot of people show you how to do it. And what you're doing is you stand up and you go into your lunge right here. Once you're into the lunge, I'm going to take a little bit step further and sit deep into this stretch. Take your hand, kind of turn yourself just so you can feel it right in here. Then you want to make sure you do the opposite side because it's working the opposite part of your leg. Kind of just make sure you're nice and tall. Go deep into it. You're going to feel it in here and in the back leg as well. More so in the back leg. You want to make sure you get to the point where you feel it right here. Like any stretch, you want to make sure you do both sides. But this one, it's kind of hard to switch your legs right from there. So you want to stand up again and kind of sink down and start all over again. Okay, now after you do these stretches, your hips should be ready to go for whatever exercise you're doing. So let me know how the stretch goes and hope it helps. Bye.